On everybody, welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and the NFL season is here, guys. We are back with some football. We're going to be placing bets all season. Right now, I'm going to be giving you guys my division winner predictions. Come back tomorrow and come back the next day. I'm going to be giving out my NFL awards predictions, and then I'm going to be giving out my playoff predictions to give you guys who my Super Bowl winner is going to be. I'm going to be giving you guys bets every single week, so stay tuned for the whole entire season. We're going to be doing NFL. If you're just getting here for the NFL season, guys, we also do soccer bets. We also do MMA, so go check out some of the videos on those. We be casting bets all the time. So yeah, guys, let's get right into this video. It's going to be the division winners predictions, and I'm very excited for this NFL season. I think it's going to be it's going to be the craziest NFL season we've seen in a while, guys. So yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. All right, guys, yeah, getting into this video, we're going to be going with the AFC East to start this whole entire thing. It's going to be the Bills, the Patriots, Miami, and the Jets, and we're going to be taking the Patriots out of this equation. I think the Patriots have no chance to win this division. I think they're going to go about 3-14. I think their record is going to show how bad this team's going to be. I don't think they're going to start Drake May. I might be wrong, but Drake May, in my opinion, is going to be a good quarterback, but I don't know if they actually want to put him out there. With this horrible team and give him a horrible year. They don't want to put him out there with this team. Like when I say this team is bad, guys, I mean this team is bad. I think this team's going to finish about 3-14, like I said, and they're going to have no chance. But with that being said, with the Patriots being out of here, I think this is going to be the most competitive division with the next three teams in the whole entire division. I think the Miami Dolphins have a really great squad with Tua over there throwing to Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Their offense is going to be prolific, guys. I'm like, when I say Miami's going to have a prolific offense, Miami's going to be able to score points. That's what they do, but I don't know if that defense is going to be able to hold up to win as many games as they want to. And then if we get into the Bills, I honestly think the Bills just lost Stephon Diggs. A lot of people have some questions about them, and I don't know. People have a lot of questions about Josh Allen. People they don't know if Josh Allen's going to be able to do really good without Stephon Diggs. Their coaches has been put on the hot seat. People don't know exactly what they're going to be doing with the Bills. And yeah, if we get into the Jets, Aaron Rodgers is just a big question. He's coming off of Achilles tear, excuse me, guys. And this guy is taking trips to Egypt during training camps. We don't know what he wants to do. We don't know if he wants to play quarterback. We don't know if he wants to be the vice president of the United States. So as of right now, we don't know what the Jets are actually going to do. So when I say this is going to be the most competitive division in the whole entire division, I really mean it. Like, this division has the most question marks with all the team. We got an old quarterback coming back from Achilles tear that we don't even know if he wants to play football still. We got a team that scores a lot of points, but they don't play defense, and their quarterback is known to be injury prone with Tua. And then we got a guy in Josh Allen that people have a lot of questions about, and just him turning over the ball, and Stephon Diggs being gone, and we need to see exactly what he's going to be doing. So yeah, guys, this division is going to be really competitive, and like I say, I'll let you guys know who the division winner is going to be right now. That's right, guys. We're going to be going with the Buffalo Bills to win this division. Like I said, I think this is going to be a really competitive division, but I think Josh Allen's going to have a great season this year. Like I said, I think he's going to prove the doubters wrong, honestly, in my opinion. I think he's going to go out there and have a great season. I don't think he needs Stephon Diggs. I think this guy's going to be putting up the most numbers for the offense. I think it's just going to be a Josh Allen show with the Bills. And I think the Bills are going to actually have a really great season. I know people are probably going to laugh at what I'm about to say and say what the records are going to be, say what the Jets records are going to be, say what the Dolphins records are going to be. But at the moment, guys, I'm going to be all over the Bills this year. I think the Bills are going to finish about with the 13-4 record. I think they're going to do really great. I think, yeah, like I said, guys, let me repeat that. A 13-4 record. I think Josh Allen's going to go out there and have a great season. I think they're going to end up winning the division. And we're going to go in order with that division. And also, I'm going to be going with the Jets to finish second in that division. And I actually have the Jets making the playoffs this year, guys. Just because the Jets don't even win the division, I think the Jets are going to win I think the Jets are going to make the playoffs still. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go out there and have a decent season. Just trust me, guys. If he does anything better than Zach Wilson, this team makes the playoffs. So I think they're going to go out there and have a pretty decent season. I don't know if they're going to go do as great as Aaron Rodgers expects them to do, or a lot of analysts I've seen that expects them to do, but I think they're going to have a decent season. I think the Jets are going to end up making the playoffs. I think they're going to finish at about 11-5. I think they're going to have a really good season, and yeah, like I said, I think they're going to do pretty well. Oh, my bad, guys. I said 11-5. I always think about the old schedule, but I think they're going to finish about 11-6, and I think they're going to end up making the playoffs. I think it's going to be a decent team. And if we go down to Miami, I think Miami's going to miss the playoffs barely, guys. I know, but we're not going to have three teams in the playoffs in one division, in my opinion. I think Miami's going to be that team that ends up missing the playoffs. I think they're going to finish right there about 10-7. They're going to be about one game off from the playoffs, right behind the Jets. One game, it could come down to the Jets and Miami game, guys, where I think it's going to come down to where the Jets end up beating Miami, and then they're going to end up moving on to the playoffs. Jets is going to come down to basically that game because I think it's going to be that close for this division. So yeah, guys, for this division, I'm going to be taking the Buffalo Bills. I have the Jets making the playoffs, and I actually have Miami missing the playoffs in this division. All right, guys, let's get into this division. It's going to be the AFC South. I think, honestly, this is going to be a two-way division where I think only two teams have a chance to win this division. I think it's going to be competitive but with both of those teams. I think both of these teams are actually going to have a decent record. But let's just talk about the Colts and the Titans right now. I think the Colts are going to actually have let's say an okay season. They're gonna finish on the bottom half of the table. I don't think they're gonna do really well. I see them finishing about 5-11. I think they're gonna do not like I said, they're not gonna do horrible, like as bad as the Patriots. Like I said, the Patriots are gonna finish with 3 wins. I think they're gonna finish with 5 wins. I know Anthony Richardson's gonna be starting with them. I know they have a good offensive line, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do that much. Their weapons are very kind of suspect in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Anthony Richardson. I don't really think he's going to be able to do what a lot of people think he's going to be able to do. I know he's really athletic, but I don't think he's going to be able to do as good as a lot of analysts project him to do as well. So yeah, guys, I have the Colts finishing with a 5-11 record. And all right, guys, let me tell you this right now. I have the Titans being the worst team in the whole entire AFC. I think the Titans are going to win 1 game this season, guys. I think Will Levis is going to go out there and just be throwing bombs everywhere, throw a lot of interceptions, get a whole bunch of yards, throwing the ball everywhere. It's going to be kind of like that Jameis Winston season where Jameis threw the ball everywhere and just had so many yards, but he had so many interceptions. It's going to be turnover city. And I think, yeah, guys, I have the Titans finishing 1-15. I think they're gonna do horrible. I think it's gonna be my bad, guys. 1-16. I don't think they're gonna do it really good. I think they're gonna win 1 game. I think they're gonna be literally right at the bottom of the whole entire AFC. And yeah, guys, I don't really have much hope in the Titans. And let's get into the 2 juggernauts of this division. It's gonna be the Jaguars and the Texans, where CJ Stroud is coming off one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. This guy is lights out, man. Don't get me started on CJ Stroud. I think this man is lights out. He's one of the best rookies I've ever seen. He's the best rookie I've seen play, in my opinion, since RG3. But since RG3 came out there and had that, when I say best rookie, I mean because people are going to say, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes was a rookie. He was a sophomore in his sophomore season. So let me say, I'm talking about electric rookies that you've seen pop off your screen. CJ Stroud is probably the most electric rookie I've seen play since RG3. RG3's rookie season, people forget. This man was insane. I know that Andrew Luck ended up being the better quarterback, but RG3's rookie season was great, and that's how I thought about CJ Stroud's season. I think CJ Stroud had an amazing rookie season. And then with the Jags, there's a lot of question marks on Trevor Lawrence. The Jags had a really high projection going into the last season, and then they went on really great to start the season, and then Trevor Lawrence gets hurt, and he decides to play through the injury, and he ends up having a bad rest of his season. He ends up losing more games. I think he lost about 6-7 games in a row, and they just had a really horrible end to the season. But Trevor Lawrence was hurt last season. A lot of people kind of forget that when they go into the projection. So that's why I think they're actually going to be pretty competitive with the Texans. I see a lot of people just giving the Texans this division, but like I said, I do think this is going to be a juggernaut between 2 teams. Like I said, I like CJ Stroud a lot, and then with Trevor Lawrence coming off an injury, I think Trevor Lawrence is due for a good season, kind of how when Baker Mayfield had that comeback season when everyone stopped believing in him because he had a bad season, and then we saw him with Baker Mayfield did with the Buccaneers last season. So yeah, like I said, guys, I think it's going to be a very competitive division just between these 2 teams. And yeah, guys, let's see who's going to win this division. All right, guys, we're going to be going with the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this division. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to come back and have a monster season. I think he's heard all the doubters talking trash on him. People need to forget, this man was one of the best prospects coming out of Clemson that we've ever seen. People were calling this man Peyton Manning 2.0. And then this man starts the season off last year great. I'm talking about this man was putting up MVP numbers last year on a projection, doing great. He gets hurt. What do you guys want? I hear people say, oh, if he doesn't play, he's a baby. He's a baby. He doesn't know how to play. He's a bitch. And I'm tired of this stuff, guys. I'm tired of people throwing shade on Trevor Lawrence. This man is going to come out here and put some humble pie on some people. CJ Stroud, in my opinion, I love CJ Stroud. Like I just said, I think CJ Stroud's going to have a great season. I think CJ Stroud is a great quarterback. But in my opinion, I do think the Texans are going to fall off as last year. I don't think they're going to go do as great as they did last year, as in where CJ Stroud's going to have an amazing season. I see some people picking CJ Stroud as a MVP this year, but I don't think so, guys. People forget about a sophomore slump. I think that's what CJ Stroud is doing for. I don't think this man's going to go out there and do horrible, but I do think CJ Stroud has some tape on him. He has a whole offseason to go over tape on how CJ Stroud throws, and I think he's going to have a little bit down a little bit more. Like, Patrick Mahomes never had a great season like he did that first season he just popped off the screen on you guys, did he? No, but I guess he won the Super Bowl, but he never had that MVP season again. So I'm not saying CJ Stroud's not going to be better than his rookie year, guys. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying a sophomore slump is real. It's a year of learning. That's what it is. A sophomore's year is a year of learning because now they have tape on you. So I do have the Texans finishing with 11-5 record. I do think they're going to make the, my bad, 11-6 record. And I do think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to barely get into the playoffs. I do think the Texans are going to be in the chase, guys, at the end. But I have Jacksonville finishing this year 13-4, guys. I think Jacksonville's going to do great. I think they're going to do just as good as the Bills are. I think Jacksonville's due for a great season. If Trevor Lawrence just stays healthy and puts up those MVP numbers and keeps that same trajectory that he was putting on, I want you guys to put in my comments at the end of the year, we believe in Trevor Lawrence. Here comes the prince that was promised. You guys watch First Things First, like Nick Wright says. This man's the prince that was promised. So I'm telling you, Trevor Lawrence is due for a MVP type season. He's going to lead the Jaguars back to the playoffs. He's going to be in the hunt. We're going to be talking about the Jaguars at the end of the season, guys. So, yep, that's my pick for this division. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting into this division, it's going to be the AFC West. And, yeah, guys, I only think there's going to be one team making the playoffs in this division. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. There's no hope. There's no hope for anybody else winning this division. Everybody knows who's going to win this division. It's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is on his way to being the greatest quarterback of all time that everybody's talking about. And this man is put up numbers, winning Super Bowls. This man just don't know how to lose. I mean, in my opinion, I'm over-doubting the man. I'm over-picking it over the man. He's going to win the division. I have the Chiefs finishing with a 15-2 record. I think they're going to dominate, so I'm not even going to give you a big unveiling at the end of this and say, ooh, Kansas City Chiefs, hooray. No, Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this division, guys. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen in this division. It's going to be a one-way ticket to the Kansas City Chiefs winning. So let me just get into the other teams' records, because I just said Kansas City Chiefs finishing 15-2. They're going to dominate this division. And then we're going to get into the Chargers and the Broncos. I think they're both going to finish with 9-8 records. Yes, guys, I'm picking the Broncos finishing with 9 wins this year. I believe in Bo Nix. I'm one of these guys that think Bo Nix is a good quarterback. I watched him in college. I think he's a good quarterback. This man is 24 years old. This man is ready for the NFL. He has a body for an NFL player. This man is the most ready quarterback besides Caleb Williams ready for the NFL right now. And I'm telling you, I think Bo Nix is going to go out there. I'm not saying Bo Nix is going to be an all-time great quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Drew Brees or something. But what I'm saying is that Sean Payton knows how to coach a quarterback. And Sean Payton has his quarterback now. Look what he did with Russell Wilson last year. Russell Wilson still had great numbers. But Russell Wilson is just too old and kind of washed up to actually put in the impact now. Bo Nix is going to be able to put up those same numbers that Russell Wilson did, but have more impact because he's younger and he has more impact on the game because he is fresh. And Sean Payton actually wants him as his quarterback. So I do think the Broncos are going to finish with the 9-8 record, and I think Bo Nix is actually going to have a really good season and surprise some people. And then we go into the Chargers, guys. I think the Chargers are going to finish 9-8 as well. I think they're going to have an improvement. I don't think Jim Harbaugh's season is going to be coming off as everyone's saying he's a savior. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be fighting for the Super Bowl because he's coming. Yes, they're going to have a better running game, guys, this year. But the receiving core is gone. When I say they had no receivers, they got no one for Justin Herbert to throw the ball to. So I'm saying they're going to be running the ball a lot. The receivers from last year, all of them are, their main 2 receivers are gone. The receiving core is not the same, and they're going to have to just focus on running the ball, put the offensive line in. And yeah, guys, do I think in the next 2 years, the Chargers are going to be up there fighting for this division and the wins? Yes, I do think Chargers are going to be a good team in the next 2-3 years, but not this year, guys. I'd have the Chargers finishing 9-8, and they missed the playoffs as well, but I think it's going to be the Kansas City run away with this division, and we're going to get into the Raiders, guys. I don't even want to talk about them. See, I almost skipped the Raiders because I almost don't how much I dislike the Raiders. If there's any Raider fans listening to this, let me tell you something. I don't like you. But look, the Raiders, y'all are going to finish with 3 wins this year. Y'all going to finish 3-14. It'll suck. Your organization sucks. You guys were in Oakland. You guys sucked. Oakland hated you because you guys weren't good. And then you guys move to Vegas, and now Vegas is starting to dislike you because you guys are not good. They use your stadiums for other things besides Raider games. You guys are an embarrassment. You guys are not good. You're going to finish with 3 wins, maybe less. I'm giving you guys credit with 3. So, okay, like, I'm sorry. Like, Raiders, you guys have no chance. And I'm being harsh on you guys because I don't like your fans and I don't like you. I don't like your organization. Just your logo gets my blood pressure up. All right, guys, yeah, like I said, it's going to be the Kansas City running away with this whole entire division. I think the Chiefs are going to dominate. Like I said, they're going to finish 15-2, and they're going to dominate, guys. So, yeah, Kansas City, give me Kansas City all day. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a great season, and Bo Nix is going to surprise some people, guys, this year. The AFC North now, this is going to be a 2-team juggernaut division where 2 teams are going to be fighting, going out for the division. Both these 2 teams are going to be the best teams in the division with the Bengals and Baltimore Ravens. I'm just going to go over the Steelers and take a quick turn to the Steelers and Browns, let you guys know what I think they're going to finish. I think the Steelers are going to finish about 9-8. I think they're going to be about average this season. I think their defense is going to be really great, but I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be able to have a great season as he used to. Like, I know people are saying that, that Russell Wilson never got a fair shot. And Russell Wilson never got able to do it in Denver because Sean Payton never wanted him. Newsflash, people, when a coach doesn't want you and you got put into a situation and you end up doing great, the coach is going to want you. He's going to go over there and be like, dude, we need this guy. We can't, he just proved me wrong. The point is Russell Wilson can't do it anymore. He's washed. I'm sorry, guys. I believed in Russell Wilson last year, and he went out there, and the numbers say he did good, but if you guys watched it, he just wasn't that good. So, yeah, I have the Steelers finishing 9-8, mainly because the defense is going to hold them in together. I don't think they're going to be able to score a lot of points still. I don't think they're going to have the same exact problem scoring points. They're going to be losing a lot of low-scoring games. They're going to finish about 9-8, like I said. And, yeah, I just think Russell Wilson's going to have a pretty average season, and they might end up turning the wheel over to Justin Fields later on in the season. And we're going to be getting to the Cleveland Browns. I think they're going to have a horrible season, guys. I think Deshaun Watson is washed up now. I think this man's not a good person. I think this man shouldn't be in the NFL. There's a reason why this man can't be alone with the massage parlor anymore, guys. He needs to have a team massage parlor with him because he can't do what the things he used to do. I'm not going to get into it because that's not for this video. We're not getting into people's personal issues. But yeah, Browns are going to have a horrible season just because their defense is going to be good, but they're not going to be able to score points. I think Deshaun Watson's washed. I liked the guy a lot when he first came into the NFL. He's one of the best prospects we've seen. And then when he got into his whole issues, he came back and he's just not the same guy anymore. I think they're going to finish about 2-15, guys. I literally think they're going to do horrible. Like let me say something, guys. I don't think they're going to win a game in this division. I mean, in this conference. I don't think they're going to win a game against the AFC. I think they're going to go 0-12 against the AFC. So yeah, that's literally what I think they're going to do. I think the Browns are going to have a horrible season. I think they're going to finish with 2 wins. And yeah, guys, let's just talk about the 2 juggernauts of the season. I just think it's going to be coming down to the Bengals and Baltimore. Joe Burrow's coming back off of injury, guys. Joe Burrow everybody knows he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's a top 3 quarterback in the league, no matter how you see it. He's either 2 or 3. He's not number 1 because we all know that's Patrick Mahomes, but he's either 2 or 3. Joe Burrow just puts up numbers. This man can really throw the ball. This man was like the second coming of John Elway. This man was literally it. This man had everything. He had the it factor. Everyone loved Joe Burrow. Then that season, coming into last season, everyone thought he was going to do great. And the man just got hurt. I know you can't help the injuries, but this man just got hurt, man. Heck, it was kind of a sad season. They didn't make the playoffs. They had a suspect season last year, but now coming into this season, they have a lot of drama with contract issues, with receivers wanting to get paid, receivers saying they want to be traded, and a whole bunch of like controversy with them. So there's a lot of questions around the Bengals, but the good news for the Bengals is Joe Burrow's coming back. But what is he exactly coming back to? And with the Baltimore Ravens, they're coming back on a season, basically going at the Super Bowl run again. They're coming back with a team where I think Lamar Jackson is coming off a great season where he just won the MVP. This man's coming into the next season. I think he's going to have another season where he's going to put up a lot of numbers. They just put Derrick Henry in the backfield, and they're going to have a prolific running game. I think this is going to be a great running game where Lamar's just going to be running the ball down the field. Derrick Henry's going to be getting yards here, yards there. And then as soon as they get into that red zone, Derrick Henry's going to be able to get to the end zone whenever he wants with how big he is. It's like, when you're in the red zone, give the tank the ball, and the tank's going to get into the end zone. So I think this is going to be a really great team. I think they're going to be doing almost the exact same thing last year. And yeah, guys, I don't have much to say. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I had a bad stutter right there. But yeah, let me just say this about the Ravens. I just think the Ravens are going to do a lot of the same thing they did last year, just adding Derrick Henry to that. So that says a lot. So yeah, guys, let me just show you guys who I'm going to pick for this division. That's right, guys. We are going with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Joe Burrow's going to have a great season this year. I think Joe Burrow's going to go in there with some heat. I think this man's going to be coming back with a great season off of injury, just like Trevor Lawrence is. I think these two guys are going to have something to come back with. And I think Joe Burrow's going to be going out there having an MVP type season. I think he's going to make T. Higgins. I think he's going to make Jamar Chase want to stay here with the numbers they're going to be putting up. I think all three of these guys are going to be playing pissed off. They're going to have one of the best offenses in the league. I think they're going to put up crazy numbers. I think Joe Burrow is a sleeper on the MVP. My predictions for the awards will be coming out tomorrow, but I will be putting Joe Burrow on my top 3 for MVP candidates, because I think Joe Burrow's going to go out there, have an amazing season, and I think this man's going to go out there and win the division. I think they're going to finish about 14-3, guys. 14-3. Let me repeat that one more time for the people that missed it in the back. I'm going to say 14-3. They're going to win this division, and they're going to have a great season. I'm saying, guys, watch. They're going to have one of the most prolific offenses we have seen. We're going to be seeing the ball getting thrown everywhere. We're going to see Jamar Chase putting up crazy numbers. We're going to be seeing Jamar Chase making highlight reels every single week, because this man is pissed off, and he's got a man on the other side with T. Higgins that is pissed off, and he has a man that is throwing the ball to him that is pissed off, because all you guys have been doing is talking shit on the Bengals. I sound like a Bengals fan now. I'm out here sounding like a Bengals fan. But yes, I'm a big Joe Burrow fan. I'm tired of you guys talking shit. And the B doesn't stand for Bengals. The B stands for Burrow. Burrow is the reason why they're going to win these games. Burrow is going to be putting up crazy numbers. And Burrow's going to make all you guys bend the knee. That's what he's going to be doing. Bengals going to win this division. They're going to be 14-3. But now let me get into the Ravens. The Ravens are also going to have a great season, guys. I think Lamar's going to be putting up crazy numbers. I think especially with Derrick Henry there being playing in the read option, I think it's going to be another great season for Lamar. I think Lamar's going to go out there and do great. He's going to have another MVP type season where we're going to be looking at the numbers and be like it's video game numbers. We're going to be like, wow, like how's the man like running the ball this much and throwing the ball is great. And then he has Derrick Henry in the backfield, and he's going to be putting up great numbers as well. But I just think they're going to finish right under the Bengals. I think they're going to finish 13-4, just one loss more. And it's going to come down to where the Bengals end up beating the Ravens. They're going to end up splitting it. They're going to end up splitting it, guys. But my point is, it's like, people are probably going to be thinking that the Ravens should end up beating the Bengals twice, but the Bengals end up pulling out one of those games. And they're going to be like, wow. It's going to be one of those trendsetter games. It's going to be like, damn, here comes the Bengals, and then the Bengals are going to end up winning the division by one game. So, yeah, guys, I have the Bengals finishing 14-3 and winning this division, and I have the Ravens right behind them at 13-4. So, yeah, guys, like I said, I think Joe Burrow's going to come out here and have a great season. Lamar's going to have a great season, too, but just one win less to the Bengals. And I think it's going to be a comeback season for the Bengals, and we're going to see them push for a Super Bowl run. Hey, guys, let's get into this division. I think it's going to come down to 2 teams. I think only 2 teams are going to have a chance to make it in the playoffs this year from this division. I think the Seattle's going to have a big step back this season. I also think Arizona's going to have like a season where they end up just not making the playoffs. So let's just go on. Let's just break down the first 2 teams, and we'll get into the 2 juggernauts of the division. We're going to break down Seattle first, because I think Seattle's going to have a horrible season, guys. I think they're going to end up, I know they have good receivers, but their offensive line's horrible. I think they're going to end up having a really bad season. Like they have a new coach over there, and I don't think they're going to be putting up the great numbers as they used to. I think it's going to be a whole rebuilding year for Seattle. As the Seattle Seahawks finishing 3-14, I think they're going to finish one of the worst teams in their division. I mean, the worst teams in the conference. I think Seattle is going to end up, for a whole rebuilding year. I don't think there's going to be much to watch over there. I know DK Metcalf's over there. You guys can get some highlight reels from him, but he hasn't really no one to throw him the ball, especially with the schemes over there is going to be off, because they have no offensive line. Like, you're going to have, is Geno Smith still the quarterback? If Geno Smith's still the quarterback, then you're going to have him running for his life. If he's not the quarterback, you're going to have someone running for their life, because they're not going to be able to have any time to throw the ball to DK Metcalf. So, yeah, guys, I have the Seahawks finishing a horrible this season. I think the Seahawks are going to finish 3-14. They're going to have a really bad season. And we're going to be getting into the Arizona Cardinals now. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to have an improvement from last season, but they're just going to miss the playoffs. I think the Arizona Cardinals not just miss the playoffs, they're going to miss the playoffs by like at least a decent amount of games. But I mean, like they're going to, I'll let you guys know the records later on. Y'all understand what I mean, just barely miss the playoffs, but not really. They missed by like 4 games. But I think the Seahawks are going to finish about 7-10. I think the Seahawks are going to have Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to finish 7-10. I think Kyler Murray's going to have a decent season. He's going to be having Marvin Harrison Jr. over there with him. I think he's going to have all you guys are going to be watching the Arizona Cardinals for is going to be seeing Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, this man is going to be putting up numbers over there. This man's going to be in contention for offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, like I said, I think he's going to be putting up crazy numbers, video game type receiver numbers in his rookie season. So that's the only thing you'll be watching the Arizona Cardinals for. So I don't got really much to say. I don't think Kyler Murray's, I think he's going to have a decent season, but I think Kyler Murray's focused more on video games than he is the NFL. So yeah, guys, I'm taking the Cardinals to finish about 7-10, and I don't think they're going to be making the playoffs. I think they're going to be far off of it. So yeah, guys, let's get right into this division. The two juggernauts for the division. San Francisco coming off a Super Bowl run where they just lost to the Chiefs in the finals. They were so close in the final minutes of the Super Bowl. They just couldn't pull it off. Patrick Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes and winning that Super Bowl. And we're going with and also talking about the Rams. Where the Rams are coming off of a season where everyone thought they're going to have a rebuilding year, and they went out there and did great with Cooper and Kupp and Puka Nacua coming, especially Puka Nacua coming out there and putting up video game numbers as a receiver. This man was catching every ball. He just basically did another Cooper Kupp. He did a Cooper Kupp in front of Cooper Kupp. Like, it was wild how much this man is doing. And he's so young. He's going to come into this season even better. So it's kind of crazy where these two teams are going to be fighting for this division. So yeah, guys, I think both these teams have a really good chance of finishing high in this division. I think both these two teams are going to be about even in skill-wise. I think both these two teams are going to be up there in the end of the season. So yeah, guys, let me show you guys who I'm going to be picking for the win this division. That's right, everybody. We're taking the Los Angeles Rams to win this division. Let me tell you guys something right now. I'm a Rams fan, so of course I'm picking my Rams to win this division. You damn Niner fans, you get out of my video. I don't want you guys here. Get out of here. I'm a Rams fan. We're winning this division. Now let's get into this breakdown. So, all right, look, I think the Los Angeles Rams have a really great season this year. I think the Rams are going to have a really great offense. I think their defense is going to be really great as well. I know they lost Aaron Donald, but they did really well in the draft. I think they're going to have another great season on defense. Their offense looks really great. I think they're going to go out there and finish 13-4. I think we're going to end up winning this division at 13-4. And yeah, I don't have much to say about the Rams because I think the Rams, they're my favorite team, guys. I'm a Rams fan. I think the Rams are going to do really good this year. Last year, I was one of those Rams fans. I was a Rams fan. I was out here saying we're going to be horrible this year, guys. All year I was like, we're gonna do horrible. I thought we were gonna win like 4 games the whole season or something like that. They did great last season. So now they have me on the bandwagon. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford. That defense is gonna go out there and win us about 13 games, and we're gonna end up winning this division. And let's break down the Niners. Let me tell you the reason why the Niners are not gonna win this division. I think the Niners are gonna finish about 11-6. I think they're going to end up making the playoffs, but they're not going to win the division. But I think the Niners are going to have a lot of injuries this season. I don't think Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, I don't think all those guys, Bosa, I don't think, my bad. Bosa. Who else? Who else are we talking about? Kittle. You can't tell me all these guys are going to stay healthy again. Last year was their chance. Last year was their run that you could say, damn, everyone was healthy at the time they needed them to be healthy, and they just could not get past Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, guys, I think they're going to finish about 11-6, and they're going to lose the division to the Rams. They'll still make the playoffs, but they'll be right behind the Rams because I think they're going to have a lot of injuries, and they're not going to be able to fill those holes with the injuries. And I think Brock Purdy's going to be having a great season until his injuries happen, and then he's going to fall off, and we're going to be seeing the reason why he was the last pick of the draft. I'm a Brock Purdy fan, guys. I think he is a decent quarterback, but if you take away all his weapons, take any quarterback's offensive weapons besides Patrick Mahomes, the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, they're going to go out there and look bad. So in my opinion, I think the Rams are going to win this division, and I'm pretty confident about this, guys. Any Niner fan watching this video, like I said, leave. But if you want to stay here, comment something. Let me know how you guys are going to win, because you guys are not going to win. Us Rams are going to beat you guys. I'm telling you guys. Watch. At the end of the video, I'll go and comment back on this video and just at you if you comment. I'm like, hey, told you. So yeah, guys, we're taking the Los Angeles Rams. Guys, let's get into the breakdown of the NFC South. I'm probably going to take the least amount of time on this division because it's my least favorite division. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Panthers have no chance of making the playoffs. The Panthers are going to be finishing about 2-15. I think they're a horrible team. I think Bryce Young is not a good quarterback. I think he's too small for the position, and the offensive line is horrible on this team. The owner's horrible for this team. I think everything about this team is horrible. So yeah, take out the Carolina Panthers. They have no shot. And then we're going to get into the 3 teams that actually a lot of people think have a shot to win this division. We're getting to the Buccaneers. We're getting to the Saints and the Falcons. Let's get to the Falcons first, guys. The Falcons are out here bringing in a new quarterback with Kirk Cousins, and then they end up drafting Michael Penix Jr., which makes no sense. But yeah, like I said, the Falcons are people have like high hopes for the Falcons. They brought in a new quarterback. They paid him a lot of money, so let's see exactly what he can do over there. And then the NFC South, it's another Saints team that is going to be held by the defense. I think Derek Carr is a subpar quarterback. I think he's not going to be able to do as good as a lot of people are going to be able to do it for him, but the defense is going to hold this team together, and the defense is going to be the reason why this team is going to be in the fight for the playoffs at the end and keep it competitive for everybody. And yeah, guys, let's get into the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers had a very surprising season last year. A lot of people had them missing the playoffs, and the Buccaneers actually went out there and won a playoff game against the Eagles. But yeah, Baker Mayfield had a comeback season, and everyone loved it. Everyone that's a Baker Mayfield fan was like, I told you guys. But yeah, Baker Mayfield, I think, is going to have another great season. I think he's going to come out there and he's a good quarterback. So I think he's going to finish in the playoff hunt just with the other three teams. I think they're all going to be about right there finishing. And I think they're all not going to be like, I think it's going to be competitive in this division, guys. I don't know. I had nothing really to say much about this division. Like, yeah, it's my least favorite division. So yeah, guys, let me show you guys who I'm going to be picking. All right, guys, I'm going to be taking the Buccaneers to win this division, guys. I think Baker Mayfield's going to come out here, have another great season. I think he's going to keep trying to prove the doubters wrong. I think he's found a home in Tampa. I think he's finally found a place where he can actually say, this is my team, build a quorum with the locker room, build a relationship with everybody, and let even the training staff, the coaches, and go out there and have another great season. I like Baker Mayfield a lot. I think the Buccaneers are going to go out there and finish about 12-5, and they're going to end up making the playoffs. And yeah, I know I told you guys all the records for the other teams, but I don't really care about that. Like, I'm going to tell you guys, I guess, like, let me tell you guys right now. I'm not even going to get down to a breakdown of why they're going to lose. I just think these teams are not going to have the records to win it. Like, the Buccaneers are going to be 12-5. I have the Falcons finishing 7-10 by the end of the season. I have the Saints finishing 6-11. And I already told you guys the Panthers are going to be horrible. I think the Panthers are going to be 2-15. And yeah, I think this is going to be a runaway with the Buccaneers win. I know I said I was going to be competitive, but I actually went over the whole entire schedule again as I was making this video. And yeah, this is going to be a landslide win for the Buccaneers. I don't think they're going to have that much competitive competition to win this division. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a subpar season with the Falcons. They're going to finish about 7-10, and I think that's going to be the only team that can actually fight for the playoffs with them. So yeah, guys, give me the Buccaneers to win this division. This division now, it's going to be in the NFC North, and yeah, guys, I think it's going to be another division where it's going to be a two-team division fighting to win it, and both these teams are probably going to make it in the playoffs. It's going to be the Lions and Packers. I think both these teams are going to be great. I think both these teams are going to be in Super Bowl contention. Probably both the teams are going to be talking about at the end of the season to who's going to be one of the teams that actually might go to the Super Bowl, honestly, in my opinion. But yeah, let's get into the other two teams in the Vikings and the Bears, who I don't think have a chance to make the playoffs. Let's get into the Bears first. I know Caleb Williams is one of the best prospects we've seen in a long time, guys. I know that Caleb Williams is probably going to go out here and be a great quarterback, but he's a rookie. I know they brought in a lot of weapons for him too, but guys, like, it's not going to work out in the first year. They're bringing him to Chicago. It's windy out there. They got to build. They got to learn first. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, Caleb Williams is going to be up there, Super Bowl contention. Caleb Williams talked about most winning MVPs, like next Patrick Mahomes, but what I'm trying to say is he's a rookie, guys. I don't think he's going to be able to go out there and do great. I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. Maybe. Actually, I can't say that. He has competition. But look, let me say, he's going to have a great season, and I think they're going to end up finishing 6-10. Oh, my bad, guys. 7-10. I think they're going to end up finishing right there. I think they're going to have another a great quarterback where he's going to do great in the future, but he's a rookie. I don't want to restate my statement. I don't even know if that's a way of saying it, guys, but listen, he's a rookie. He's not going to be able to go out there and do great. So I have the Bears finishing 7-10, doing decent, having a decent season, and we're going to see a lot of projection and improvement going into the next season where we can say they're going to be a playoff team. But right now, they're just not. And then I have the Vikings finishing 5-12. I don't think the Vikings are good, guys. I think the Vikings are going to be the worst team in this division. I think they've lost a lot of players. I think they're in rebuild mode, bringing a whole bunch of young players over there. J.J. McCarthy was actually looking great. Then he went out there and got hurt, and he's going to be out for the whole entire season. So I have them finishing 5-12. And actually, that was before when I thought J.J. McCarthy was actually going to play, and I had that projection out. So I think you might drop that total down to maybe like 3-15 now, or something like that, or like 3-14 probably. So yeah, guys, I don't think they're gonna have a good season now, especially with JJ McCarthy being hurt. So yeah, guys, like I said, let's get back to this other breakdown. These other two teams that actually have a chance of winning the Super Bowl. Both these two fan bases have a great chance of winning the Super Bowl this year. Both of you guys have very high hopes. It's the Lions, it's the Packers. The Packers had one of the best young. No, actually, both these teams have one of the best young squads, and these teams are just getting better and better. And it's crazy, like they're both in the same division, and to say the Lions are actually in Super Bowl contention is actually kind of crazy this year, guys. And the Packers with Jordan Love, I'm a big fan of Jordan Love, so he went out there and showed us he might just be as good as Aaron Rodgers one day. So Jordan Love is a stud in my opinion. So all right, guys, let me show you guys how I'm picking to win this. All right, guys, we're gonna be picking the Lions in this one. We're going with the Detroit Lions to win this division. I have the Lions finishing with the same exact record as the Chiefs, guys. I have the Lions finishing 15-2. I know I might be high on the Lions, but I went over the whole entire schedule. I think that's it. I think it's it. I think the Lions are going to have the best season we've ever seen the Lions ever have. I think Jared Goff and that squad is going to have to go out there and have an amazing season. Dan Campbell is going to be a great coach going for it on 4th down every single time. So, yeah, guys, I'm taking the Lions to win that division. I think they're going to have the best season in probably Detroit Lions history. They're gonna finish 15-2 and probably end up winning the whole entire NFC in my opinion. So yeah, guys, I'm taking the Lions, and I'm gonna be having the Packers make the playoffs too. I think the Packers are gonna finish 14-3, guys. I think the Packers are gonna finish one game lower than them. And when I say that, they're both going to be in Super Bowl contention. That's what I'm telling you guys. Both these two teams at the end of the season, we're going to be talking about how did the Packers finish as a wild card team at 14-3. Like it's gonna be insane. But I have both these two teams doing great. I have the Lions winning the division at 15-2, and then the Packers finishing at 14-3 right below them. So yeah, guys, give me the Lions. I'm taking them to win this division. I think Dan Campbell and Jared Goff and that young squad is gonna do great things. And don't make me think I'm talking down on Jordan Love and the Packers, but they're just going to finish one game below them at 14-3. You guys are going to be doing just as great as well. But yeah, guys, give me the Detroit Lions to win this division. Guys, let's get into this one. This is America's favorite division, with including your Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, fuck you, Dallas Cowboys. But you guys have let me down way too many times. I'm not a Cowboys fan, guys. But I've went on record picking the Cowboys too many times. They've just let me down too many times. So that's why I'm saying, like, you guys make me look dumb. So yeah, guys, let's get into these two squads that I don't think have a chance of making the playoffs. Let's get into the New York Giants, guys. Let me say this right now. They win one game, they prove me wrong. I have them going 0-17 this year, guys. I don't think they win a game. I literally think the New York Giants have a horrible season, the worst season ever, 0 wins. I think Daniel Jones is going to be a backup. I literally think they're going to do horrible over there, guys, in my opinion. They have a horrible offensive line. Saquon Barkley just left. And yeah, I don't see a way they win a game. I went over their whole entire schedule, and to me, it looks like they have no chance of winning this division. So let's throw at the New York Giants right now. New York has no chance of winning this division. And now let's talk about the Washington Commanders, guys. I almost called them the football team, and I almost called them the Redskins, guys. So let me tell you guys right now, it's the Washington Commanders. I have them finishing 3-14. I know a lot of people are big fans of Jaden Daniels. A lot of people think he's going to go out there and put up numbers, but I think the man's too skinny. I think the man's not going to be able to put up the numbers everyone thinks he's supposed to. I think he's very skinny for the division. He has to put on some weight for me to start believing. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, he puts on the weight. But I have them finishing 3-14. I think the Washington Commanders are going to have a horrible season this year. So, all right, guys, let's get into the two juggernauts of this division, where the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be going for the division, going at it every single year. I feel like it's going back and forth, and it's always a different person that wins the division. But yeah, guys, let's go break down Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles first. They just brought in Saquon Barkley. They had a great, great offseason when they brought him in. And they have almost the same as that squad over there. And with Cervinsky being on, I think it's his name, Cervinsky or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe I'm saying his name wrong. But with him over there, I think he's on the hot seat. I think this man is on the hot seat of losing his job. So I think he's going to be trying to coach his ass off. Especially with them getting Saquon Barkley there. They have no excuses. They have a running game there now. They have a whole bunch of stuff that's working for them. So, yeah, I think they're going for the Super Bowl this year, guys. I think they're going to have a great season. And, yeah, like I said, I think Saquon's coming over there, and they're going to have a pretty decent amount run game now. So, yeah, like, I don't know. Let's start breaking down the Dallas Cowboys now. I have nothing really else to say about the Eagles. I try to fit something in there, but there's nothing else more. But yeah, let's break down the Dallas Cowboys. They've had an up and down season. Jerry Jones talking his ass off, guys. Jerry Jones is out here saying some crazy shit. This man out here saying, oh yeah, I paid him when I want to. I'm Texas Ranger. I'm Texas Walker Ranger. And Jerry Jones pays people when he wants to. But man, honestly, I'll tell you this right now. Like, he just paid CD Lamb. He just gave him his money. It's like, bro, why are you talking up a storm and then paying people money? It's like, that's why Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb out there and saying, like, we don't listen to what he says in interviews. I think he just wants stories. This old-ass man just wants people to be talking about him. It's like he has a complex. He loves people talking about him. Like, he's like, I like people, my name being in the newspaper. I like my name being in headlines. I'm Jerry Jones. But yeah, like I'm saying, guys, I don't understand Jerry Jones. He has a great team over there. Sometimes his mouth just gets him in trouble. I think Jerry Jones is the reason why they haven't won a Super Bowl since the 80s. So, yeah, guys, Dallas Cowboys have had an up and down offseason. Dak Prescott's going to be playing for a contract this year. I don't even know if he wants a contract from the Cowboys anymore, but still, he's going to be playing for a big contract this year, so I think he's going to be trying to put up some numbers. CeeDee Lamb just got paid, so CeeDee Lamb's going to go out there and try to earn that contract. And Micah Parsons is out there. I think Micah Parsons this is supposed to be his year, so let's see what the Dallas Cowboys do. And let me just show you guys who I'm going to pick to win this division. That's right, guys. I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. I think the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones are going to go out there, kill some Eagles, spank some Commanders, and we're going to slay some Giants. And I think the Cowboys are in for a day. Yeah, guys, we're taking the Cowboys to win this division. I think the Cowboys are going to end up finishing with a record about, I want to say 13-4. I think they're going to end up finishing around... Yeah, I would say 13-4. Like, I think I would say they finish about the same record as the Rams. I think them and the Rams have almost about the same exact record. But people are throwing the Dallas Cowboys into the water right now. People think the Dallas Cowboys have no chance of making the playoffs this year. I've seen many people choose that they're not making the playoffs. Do they forget they went undefeated at home last year? Do they forget this team has only lost about 1 or 2 games at home in the last 2 years? Do they forget this team is going to be playing 2 teams in a division that are basically 4 wins easily from these 2 teams? And they're probably going to split one with Eagles that they always do, and that's 5 wins in their own division just because the division sucks? People don't understand this. They went undefeated at home. Dak Prescott's going to be playing for a contract. He wants his money. He's not going to go out there and do horrible when he wants his money. They're going to go out there and have a great season. Michael Parsons is due for his season. Michael Parsons is tired of people talking trash on him, saying that he does more in his podcast than he does on the field. So what I'm saying is I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to finish about, I don't know, I think they're going to finish about 14-3. I think they're going to have a really good season. And I think the Eagles are going to finish 11-5. I think the Eagles are going to have a decent season. I don't know if they're going to have a great season like everyone thinks they're about to. I think them losing Jason Kelce on that offensive line is going to be a big miss. People are not understanding that. I think Jason Kelce being gone at that center is losing a lot of that tush push. They're losing their enforcer of the tush push. So I don't know if they're going to be able to run that play as efficiently anymore. Saquon Barkley gets hurt every now and then. Especially, like, he went to the Eagles because they had a great offensive line, and then they went and lost their best offensive line piece. So it's like, what did you guys basically do? So I have them finishing about, I think I said 11-5, guys. I keep going back to the old like -1 game. But yeah, guys, I think they're gonna finish about I'm gonna say 11-6. I think they're gonna finish right there, and Dallas Cowboys are gonna finish about 14-3 or 13-4 win this division. I think the Dallas Cowboys are due for a great season like they always are because this team rarely loses at home. So yeah, guys, give me the Dallas Cowboys for this division. And yeah, guys, that's it for our entire NFL division winners. Tomorrow we'll be back posting our NFL awards predictions. I'm gonna go down and give you a video of our entire NFL awards of who we think we're gonna win the awards. And then either tomorrow night or the next morning, we're going to be giving out on Thursday morning, the first game of the whole entire season. Thursday morning, we're going to be giving you guys our predictions for the first game of the whole entire season. And then I'm also going to give you guys my Super Bowl predictions of who's going to win in the NFL playoffs, how the bracket's going to be going out. So yeah, guys, like the video, subscribe to the page, come back. I'm here every single day posting different bets. I post soccer, I post MMA. I'm doing NFL now. When the NBA season, I'll be doing NBA. And also, guys, comment on a video, talk some shit. Let me guys know what you guys think about my picks. I want to hear that shit. I want to hear you guys talking. If you guys are a Raiders fan, if you guys are a Niners fan, if you guys are a Browns fan, or if you guys are a Giants fan, listen to this. You guys are going to do horrible. And I'm unapologetic. And the Niners, I don't mean you guys are going to do horrible. You guys are going to get hurt. I see it. I don't like saying people are going to get hurt, but you can't tell me all your players are going to stay healthy all season. So comment on the video, talk some shit, tell me if you think I'm right. Let me guys know what you guys think about my predictions. I'm out of here, and I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching.